Hi everyone, I want to give you a quick introduction to Pear Deck, which is an add-on that you can use for your Google Slides. If you have PowerPoint, you might want to convert them into a Google slide in order to be able to use this. The one bad thing is that, as you can see over here, there are some premium things like a teacher dashboard that you don't have unless you pay for. But in the meantime, for remote learning, this could be something that you may wish to use because it integrates nicely with Google Classrooms. I'm going to show you how to do that. So on my slides, I have a do now for my students, and I want them to respond to this question. And the way that I want them to respond to this question is via text. So I want them to answer via text. I click that. Then I get this pop on. It's going to say the same thing all the time. It's just giving you a preview, and you have to hit update slide. And I should see, excuse me, I should see this pop up on the bottom right here telling me that this is now an interactive slide. If I remove this bar, so if I click this, and you notice how there's a link down here, I can either unlink it or I can delete it completely, and it will erase the question in the case that I made a mistake. Okay. Here I don't have anything that I want students to do. This is an introduction. If I wanted to add audio here, I can add audio to the slide. So I clicked add audio, and now we're doing the recorder, so I have to know what it is that I wanted to say on that slide. And then I'm going to hit record, and I'm going to tell students to consider that this is a constant rate. It is something that they can calculate a constant rate for, right? And then I'm done, so I hit pause. And if I want to add anything, I can hit resume, and if not, I'm going to hit save, right? And then I'm going to click add audio to slide. So that way I can reinforce something really quickly for students. And I should see a pop-up right here. See, audio is included there. I might want to add audio here, etc. And let's say I get here, and I have typed in a question for my students. I'm going to make it a little bit bigger. I want to show you the draggable link. So I want to make this a little bit bigger so that students can see the question. I want them to show me where they think they might get messed up, just as a quick check for understanding. So I clicked draggable, and what the draggable does, it's gonna drop in an icon for students to drag on their devices. So I can choose a dot. If I were doing a map, I might choose this. I want them to show me a thumbs down where they might mess up, right? And then I hit update slide. And then it tells me that it's an icon, and then I have this drag to where you might get messed up as the prompt. Now, let's say I reach the end of a lesson, and I might want to do a quick check for understanding, or if I want to ask them a question based on the lesson, I can't think of one off the top of my head. I can say, here's a prompt, how do I feel after this lesson? Right, and I want to show you the choice one. So here I'm going to give students some choices. It can be true, false, it can be everything. My choices are I understand perfectly. You can tell I already did this. This one is I have some questions. And C is I do not understand anything, right? Imagine how many of those you might get. Then I hit update slide. This is where the tricky part comes in. Okay, so now I think I've added everything that I might want. So you can add several things. You can make a number, add a website, have students draw something. When I feel like I'm ready to publish this lesson for my students, I'm going to click Start Lesson. Okay, so you don't click Start Lesson until you're ready to publish this for your students. Now, If you want this for students to do this on their own, you're going to click student pace. If you're going to do this in real time, like you're going to be talking over this, then you're going to click instructor paced activity, meaning like the students can't click to the slides until you get there. And you will be able to see the answers in real time for a quick check for understanding as well, which is really awesome. I'm going to click student paced activity. Just because what this does is that this will allow students to view the presentation on their own. And then here's the other tricky part. So this is just telling you that you can view stuff on the teacher dashboard and so forth. You're going to click got it. Do not click past this. This is really important right here. This is super, super important. So I can either copy the link and share it to Google Classroom, or I can share it directly to Google Classroom, which is the most awesome part about this, is that I don't have to do anything. I'm on the wrong account, so I'm going to make sure that I select the right account. And what it does here, it asks me to choose a class. So I want to share this with my IB students. And then choose an action. Do you want to make this an assignment, a question, so forth? I'm going to create this as an assignment, and then I'm going to hit go. And you see how everything nicely pops up? You can say, this is a Poisson distribution lesson homework, right? If I want them to do this on their own. And so I can select the due dates. I can shift it under a topic. This is statistics, probability distributions, right? I can select a due date for my students. I'm going to say it's due tomorrow. And then I can easily hit assign. And it has posted to my Google Classroom. So now that I have done that, right, it's already been assigned. Now, I want to show you what you might see on the teacher dashboard. Okay, and so I am going to hit incognito window just to show you. So remember I copied that link. So let's say I view this as a student. Okay, I set it so that students always have to log on. So I'm just going to use my Gmail account. Pretend like I'm a student. Okay. And now I see what my teacher has left for me because I've clicked the assignment. It's going to ask me to check in, or I can skip it. I'm feeling kind of meh today, so I'm going to click that. And then here's an answer. So there's a question, and I'm just going to put my answer. Notice I don't have to click anything. I just have to click next. My answer has been recorded and submitted. So I kind of click through this at my own pace. And I notice that there's an audio here, so I can click that. And I'm going to just lower this. Right, so they can hear the audio. I click next, next. And then here it says drag to where you might get messed up. So that means I got to click this, and I'm going to drag to where I think I'm going to get messed up. I might get messed up right here doing the math, right? And then notice I don't have to hit submit, but once I did what I needed to, there's a check mark on the bottom. Okay, and then I am reaching the end of the lesson, and notice how there's no check mark there because I haven't added. So I have some questions, and I'm going to put that, and now I have submitted it, and that's all that I really have to do. So let us check and see what this could look like. So I notice in the settings, require student logins, and then review sessions. If I click review sessions, this will take me to my activity. So noticed, student pace, there's a couple of things there, right? So this is the one that I just worked on. If I want to see it as a classroom, I can click there. If I want to see the dashboard view, I'm going to click right over here. Got it. Go to teacher dashboard. And so notice now I see my responses. Right. The other thing that I can do is I can give students a join code so they can come in here as well. And I know that there was an audio So it told me that one student clicked the audio, so you can see which students did not click the audio. And same thing here, it tells me that there is one student that submitted this, and you can see which students did not submit it. And then at the very end, it tells me my responses here so I can get a quick check for understanding. If you did this live, you would be seeing this live, so then you know what your next steps are, right? So I know that this was a lot at once. I'm happy to work with you one-on-one if you want to explore Pear Deck. I just wanted to give you a quick overview, or not so quick overview, as to what you can do. Thanks.